This week's video, I actually wanted to talk about how journaling changed my freaking life. Before I do this video, like, everything works differently for other people. Like, just because this works for me doesn't mean it might not work for you. But I was one of those people where I thought that it didn't work for me. It took me a while to understand a way of journaling which works for me. So that's what I'm going to say for you. You know, you need to find a journaling technique which works for you. And when you find that, that's when you start seeing differences. I did a video a while ago about you are not your sadness. I think I was mentioning the best case scenario method of journaling was insane, and it's literally made my every single day, everything that I worry about, it really helped me choose in what kind of way I would like to envision my days and how I want my days to go, and also just what headspace that I want to be in. It's genuinely such a powerful tool for self-reflection and just like growth in general. I just had to move to get a little bit comfier. Honestly, journaling is for the mind and for how you want your day to go. We can't predict how the day's gonna go. You might start your day off and it's amazing, but that doesn't, determine on how you're going to feel by the end of the day. It's always going to be so different. Every single second of your day filled with different emotions, thoughts, feelings, and such a good way to kind of like project those thoughts onto a piece of paper and seeing it and being able to like reflect, not even like just in that time that you're writing it. When you go back a couple of months, seeing how different you are and how different your life is, that genuinely changes something in you, and you're like, oh my god, I was a completely different person a couple months ago or a year ago. That is why it's so good to keep a journal of your life. If you ever wanted to start journaling and you don't know how to, it might be a good video for you to get some inspiration. If you're not really sure what kind of journaling style you want to do, this might be a good video for you. I got into journaling accidentally got into it because it genuinely started when I was probably like 12. Maybe even younger than that. I started it when I was like 10. I think I started journaling when I was like 10, but very just like unseriously. When you watch TV shows and they all like all the girls have their journals and they're like, today I saw my crush. He was walking down the door. He was walking in the hallway and got eye contact and we just like we hit it off. And the first day, like, oh my god, like I want to journal about this kind of stuff. So it was either Disney or Nickelodeon or movies is genuinely how I got inspiration to start journaling, because I would just literally get home from school, write about my day. You could literally see how my thought space was at that moment when I was writing that at 10 years old. That's just how it started, like me writing about my day, who I hated, who I had the biggest crush on, what I was like angry at my parents about that day, just to have something to talk to. Grew up not having a lot of friends around like secondary school, and if you're American and you're watching this, secondary school is like year 7 in the UK is like when you're 11 to 12 years old. Before 11, 12 years old, I literally struggled so hard making friends. I was so awkward. I didn't really know if people liked me, and I think I would always try and make people like me. I was always being myself. I wanted to be myself. I really was so confident in who I am and what I liked when I was younger. I was very, very opinionated on who I liked and who I disliked. It was just like the making friends part. I just couldn't make friends. Like, that is why journaling helped me so much when I was younger as well. Just like having that kind of friend, I guess, to just talk to. Really good how I managed to find a alternative and an actually really healthy one, a really healthy alternative. From around that time when I was younger, I would always just keep a diary. Like, no matter what point in my life, what it was, whether it was I was great, whether I was bad, whether I was so busy, I would always have a journal just in case I wanted to write down how I was feeling. There was a point in my life where my mental health got pretty bad and I just was journaling, and I was just like, what the hell am I doing? Like, this is like, I'm not even enjoying this. I don't even feel like I can be bothered to do this. You don't even know, you want to get better, but like, it's hard because you can't be bothered to even get better. You kind of find comfort in being in that depressive, like, solitude state. Just like stopped for a really long time. Because I just didn't know what was working for me, what was right, what I liked, there was nothing I liked in my life which I wanted to write about. Everything was just so depressing. It was so depressing. I actually came across this video. I'll try and find the video on the screen, but she basically spoke about a method of journaling called the best case scenario journaling. I've always seen like affirmation journaling, tried all of that, but I just didn't believe it. Just didn't feel like that was effective for me at the time. Like, that's what I mean, guys. It really does not have to be perfect whatsoever. A journal book does not have to be fucking with sparkles all over there and bedazzled. It really just does not have to be like that. Normal lined pages. Again, I ended up just like labeling this as my best case scenario journal. It's pretty self-explanatory, but basically you can write in the morning of that day or at night time before the start of the new day. You basically write the best case scenario of how your day is gonna go. This has got to be genuinely if everything went right in the day. So for example, I can actually read you guys my entry which I wrote the day of my driving test, so the morning. Okay, yeah, it's kind of crazy. So today was literally the best day of my entire life. I've been wanting this day to come for so long. I passed my driving test, in capital letters. I actually can't believe that this happened because I'm so good at driving and I drive so well. Today everything just went so well. Guys, it really does not have to be amazing English, okay? You don't have to be Shakespeare. Did everything with caution and just took my time with it. Watched out for all the speed limits. My reverse maneuver went so good. I did what I've always been doing, my instructor, and just believed in myself. And I also watched out for all the road signs, which is so important to me. I just stayed super calm and just kept remembering that I know what I'm doing. The examiner was so nice to me and welcoming and just made me feel a lot less nervous. I'm honestly so proud of myself and love that this happened to me. I literally had the best day ever. So that was on the 16th, which was the morning of my driving test. That's what I mean. So literally, you know how specific that is? You have to envision in detail of what the day is going to be like. I watched out for all the road signs. I was okay with the speed limits because that was the thing which I was so scared about at the time, is those things. It puts you in that headspace before the day hasn't even started, envisioning of what the day could go like, and you just try your best to make that best case scenario day happen. Like, you just naturally try, and it's so crazy because like you just think back, like, today I wrote in that journal that this was going to happen, so I'm going to do everything in my power to make that happen. That is the best case scenario method. I think it really changed like my life quite drastically, because I think, like I was saying before, when you're in a headspace of, when you're comfortable in that sad headspace, it's usually because sometimes you don't have a proper like routine for yourself and you're not actually doing things for yourself. You're just living, like you're not even living, you're just like surviving every day. You're just surviving every day, and like without any kind of vision of how you want the day to go. You just think every day is the same. Sad yesterday, so today I'm going to be sad again. That way of journaling just changed, kind of like switched something in my brain where it's like, wait, I actually have control of my life and I actually can make the day any way that I want. That's what kind of clicked for me. So that's why it really changed how I feel. I actually journal now just normally about my days and everything like that. Sometimes when I feel like I'm going into a negative state, I do the best case scenario journaling because it just makes you feel better. Because you can envision that day, that means it exists somewhere and you can make that happen. Normal 2025 diary. I got this from Waterstones. It is like a normal diary that you just write in like about like your to-do list for the day. What I like about it is because 3 lines there. I do 3 goals for the week, like have to do's, like non-negotiables. We just put in like, have to go on a solo date, whether you're going to the cafe, whether you go and watch a film on your own, go to the beach, do a walk, you know, anything like that. Or it'll be like post 2 YouTube videos, which I'm trying to do, or meet up with a friend. That really helps, because it's like, wait, no, I need to it makes you prioritize things really well, like gives you something to look forward to. I have my grateful heart journal, which is really dirty. It's like pen markings. Yeah, not very aesthetic. This is my gratitude journal, which I got on Amazon, and it's so beautiful. It's so cute. Every single page is different. It will basically give you prompts. What's something that you are grateful to have today that you didn't have a year ago? Like, that is so cute. And you basically have just like a massive box to write in. What am I grateful for today? And a positive affirmation. I try my best to do this every day. Lying if I said I do that every single day, but I try my best to remember to do it. I do need to get better at doing that, but that's basically what I do. And when I start journaling, you don't have to have three books. You can have one big fat book where you just do everything in. You can just section it out into the ones that you want to do. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to do it every single day. You don't have to do it every single day. I don't journal every single day. I just try to journal as much as I can, and don't have anything to talk about. Don't force yourself to like talk about things, you know. Really hope that you enjoyed today's video and it inspired you to journal in whatever way that you want to do. Journaling doesn't have to look or feel a certain way. It just has to be your own, you know. Make it your own and make it your friend, you know. It's your friend, and it's something which is going to stick with you for a long time. And it's something which is always accessible to, you know, pour your heart out on. And yeah, like a friend. I love you guys. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned for the next one. Bye.